Hello, my name is Joel Chestnut. Welcome to Road to Paris, an episode that looks back from 1988 Olympics, down the channels, down the history. Today we're in Brazil. Last time we spoke, we were in London. We crossed the pond. We are going to the jungle of Brazil, a familiar territory, hopefully for Kenyans. The weather favors Kenyan middle distance and long distance runners and even marathon. So again, let's start with marathon. We have big household names. Eliud Kipchoge is on the scene, and how is he gonna do? He does very well, exceptionally well. He dismantles the field of runners and wins gold. Women are not behind either, because Jemima Samgong wins gold for Kenya. And applause, kudos, and all that. Those are the top two goals I'll mention from the get-go. So Kenyans have a great start as far as medal count here is concerned. I think we have 13 overall. 6 were gold, and 6 was silver, and I think we had 1 bronze. So 1500 meters becomes a curious event for me in Brazil, because Eliud Kipchoge has been doing very well in the circuit, in the world stage. He comes to these Olympics, he doesn't medal and fades very fast in one of the slowest 1500 meters I've ever witnessed. I think 1988 was slow, but 335 wasn't slow back then. So I would say this was one of the slowest, very technical, very tactical. It came down the last 400 meters. An American, whom I cannot put my name on the screen here for you guys to hear, wins it. So we are dismal here, and we are coming from a dismal performance in London in the same event, 1500 meters, where we don't medal. So 1500 goes back to back as one of those events that just we have blank to showcase. And so that's not good, and that's just one caveat for you to look at here. Another goal that I get excited about Brazil that I remember vividly was Faith Kipyegon in 1500 meters. When men are not doing well, it seems women are kind of just there to almost like give us something to cheer. And she does give us something to cheer. Not only does she win gold, she destroys the field that had Dibaba, who was a favorite Ethiopian Dibaba. Tirunesh, yeah. She comes to these Olympics one of the fastest times, but Faith Kipyegon just shows again that she's that good. She wins a gold for us there. Cornelius Kipruto wins steeplechase. We get silver for women in steeplechase here, with the name of Ivan Chepkemoi. So that's a new stand for women, a new place for women in the steeplechase. So silver was huge here for women. The other event that I'll mention was that I think sets the tone for these Olympics, and I'll say it is exceptionally well for Kenyans as a overall, is that we medal in the field events. Javelin, we have Alfred Diego winning silver, and Boniface Mucheru winning Boniface Mucheru wins silver in 400 hurdles. Very technical event, a very savvy event. I don't think we've ever medaled in that. If we have, somebody can correct me. So those are one of those things that you say, Kenyans can rise to the occasion. Like I say, Olympics are surprises, and Kenya surprised me here in collecting those 2 medals in field events, javelin and 400 hurdles. And so there we have the tally. Eleanor Beery gets bronze in 1500 meters. The other lady that does very well here is Margaret Wamboi in 800. She gets bronze. So I think I'm noticing a pattern here that, if we look at Beijing, where who were doing very well, we did very well compared to the other years or other Olympics before that. Women here and Kenya here does very well. But again, Olympics, you have those collections of medals that strangely tells us where we are as a country. And this is one of those Brazil Olympics that I see that. I'm not forgetting 800, am I? No, I won't, because the only reason I'm doing this episode is because I like highlighting 800 meters. I'm very biased, and I'll be very honest about it. Because I'll give you a little insight of why it's 800 meters for me. Later in some of the episodes, I'll be getting a little bit personal, and you can know more about me if you're interested. David Rudisha wins gold in London in the world record time of 140.9. David Rudisha, who is David Rudisha? Somebody tells me he's from the Maasai tribe somewhere in Kilgoris. I have a few friends in Kilgoris. I've never been there, but I know of few champions from Kilgoris, and he's one of them. David Rudisha, the name Rudisha stands for return, come back, or returning, or come back in Swahili, Rudisha. He comes back to London, and not only does he come back to London, he comes back with another gold, and a winning time of 142 is quite respectable in those in the Olympics. So David Rudisha defends his 800 meters. He crowns himself as one of the best, and I don't think there'll be anybody who's going to be challenging that record or that kind of CV or profile. So he does that, and I think, sadly, I think that's the last time I hear about Rudisha, because injuries and things like that catch up with Rudisha. I hate to be the one telling you right here, but he wins gold in an exceptional time, and he defends his 800 meters, something I don't think I remember in the Olympics anybody has ever done that. For me, his 800 meters. What other things do I need to highlight for Kenya here? I need to highlight the fact that of the 13 gold medals that Kenyans won, 6 were women. 6 were won by women. I'll go down again. Jemima Samgong in marathon. Faith Kipyegon in 1500. Vivian Cheruiyot wins gold. And Vivian Cheruiyot, I noticed something. I didn't mention this. She doubles. She gets silver in 10,000, and she gets silver in 5,000. Something for you to think about. Who is Vivian Cheruiyot? Her career doesn't unfold very well after this, if I remember correctly, but it does in Brazil. I'll salute those kind of accomplishments, or repeat them as much as I can. We have Ivan Chepkemoi in 3,000 steeplechase. We have Helen Obiri, who, if you are interested in finding out who Helen Obiri has become, she's something to behold. And Margaret Wamboi, she does very well here with the bronze. So 6 medals go to women, and it's something that I have to repeat here over and over again, because it touches my heart that we are seeing an evenness of showcase in these Olympics. Again, we're in Brazil. We do very well, exceptionally well, given our dismal performance in London. So I salute the Kenyans on that. And the only thing I have to mention, I'm one of those guys who just mentioned it anyway, is that there's a political cloud that becomes a problem for even these Olympics that we are doing very well, because officials, politicians tend to take advantage of these events. You'll find out in some writing, some reading somewhere, and they become spoilers. So spoiler alert, those politicians, they always find a way of being the news where they don't need to be. And there were some scandals that happened in Brazil. But what do you expect in Brazil? Fun, medals, and scandals. That's me again, episode 8. We were in Brazil. Next time we talk, we're gonna be in Japan, Tokyo. But between that time and Tokyo, there'll be some interesting times that nobody will ever forget. What's COVID got to do with it?